Good morning my clowns, this is the year I will reach 3000 points because my mama didn't raise no quitter, and I'm sure as hell better than those 12-year-old kids who lock in Layla when they can't play their role. So smash that like button and comment because it helps my channel grow, and if you aren't those degenerates of a person who copy other people's content to post on their channel, so help make the circus community bigger as we slowly reach 50 honky dories. These are the emblems I used, not that it will be helpful because it's literally almost useless, but for the sake of formalities I show this build. 3 points in the latest Yeezys to make you fly across the map, and another 3 points for the arrow that will make your damage less of a joke in the early game, and the purple stack for easy lunch money that your mom always forgets to give you. Now that we're done with that, Game 1 starts with the remarkable performance of that clickbait thumbnail you just saw, giving me a 18-0 performance. Game 1 starts off with me trying to catch my very first Bulbasaur to add to my Pokemon collection when I noticed that my transgender Pinocchio was being harassed by the pregnant call center agent and his slaves, so I quickly hit 4 to come over and stop the sexual abuse. I reenact the Matrix but hit all of my shots to the elf and send him back to Narnia. While the call center agent sends his baby to bite me to tell me his mother is not feeding him well. I recently heard that Kung Fu Panda got kicked out of the Furious 5 and was hanging out with Avatar Aang, so I stopped by to have a quick look and I see them abusing the moving chess pieces, so I tickle him with peanuts, but then Avatar Aang starts giving ideas and sends an invisible hurricane, to which I dash out of and continue the onslaught by sending a clutch explosive peanut to the Kung Fu Panda's ass to send him back to the raccoon's temple. Me and the boys, oops that's sexist, girls see the horny call center agent with her pet raccoon, so the annoying schoolgirl starts doing a lap dance that they clearly enjoyed, so my presence there was completely useless. I see that the Kung Fu Panda just got back from his training by showing us he's now a size 2 and I'm a size 6, so I come Leroy Jenkins in to finish him off as me and Avatar Aang come to reenact The Last Airbender. But most of you won't get this because who would watch a shitty movie? I come to mid to check up on my transgender Pinocchio, but then the horny call center agent sends one of her from the right side of the map, but as I path my way thinking I was safe since she went to the other side, but surprise surprise, the horny call center agent suddenly comes pussying out of the bush running back to base to gather some courage. Cannon Tits stops by to say hi, but my walking microwave says cheese and gives her a jump shot. The horny call center agent arrives 2 years late, so I chase her down to teach her how to use contraceptives, but she refuses, so I kill her instead. The animal from Narnia arrives to witness the murder, but I can't have any witnesses, so I kill him also. Me and transgender Pinocchio are vandalizing the tower when the horny call center agent sends her babies, which I catch to give her false hope of killing me when my puppet is here to give me the confidence of an ADC. I quickly turn away from the scene of the crime by using my tips on how to get away with murder and continue the manslaughter as I make my way to my next victim when the broadcaster yells in awe of my performance and calls me out. I see that Kung Fu Panda is eager to show me that he only has 4 brain cells by committing the same mistake for the 3rd time, so I send him back to the fountain when the Popo arrives just in time to see the murder, so I reenact what is known to be the stream of a 5-year-old when he plays Grand Theft Auto when the broadcaster changes her mind and calls me a... My walking microwave suddenly took a peek at my flawless score, so he gets jealous and sends me flying the enemy team, but my trusty puppet sends me her rendition of The Possession of Emily Rose, to which I thank her by singing the equivalent of Roman Holiday and get the honky dory out. My insecure microwave proves that he has the mind of an 8-year-old when he sees that I'm still alive, so as if one wasn't enough he decides to do it a second time. The walking microwave proves his stupidity by diving into a group of 4 people as the announcer lady tells my walking microwave that karma is a bitch by letting me know that the deed is done. Me and the boys, oops girls huddle up for one last team fight as Jumping Jenny shows me that she can fly so high she can touch the panda's thighs, so I head on top to check up if the call center agent has rehabilitated, but I see she hasn't, so I send her back to base by shooting 10 kilometers away from the target, but you can't miss auto attacks, so she dies from a peanut. The walking microwave seemed to still haven't learned his lesson, as he obviously tries to send me jumping, but surprise surprise, everybody has bought the antidote to the coronavirus these players bring. I bring this game to an end when the transgender Pinocchio still seemed keen on constantly haunting my soul, which gives me the composure of a psychopath, as the broadcaster girl isn't done calling me names, so she starts calling me as the puppet and I continue terrorizing their fountain. The game suddenly ends by the hands of that chick from Attack on Titan, which I didn't even know was on my team up until that point. This concludes the end of Game 1, so since the haters out there will say that it's just one game and I only post games of me winning, I queue up another game to show how consistent my performance is by having the same exact score but slightly better. Game 2 starts off with me and the boys huddle up to terrorize the baby crab, so later Mr. Crab shows up to whine about giving us money. We path top to tell the obese lizard he's a type 2 diabetic, just to go back to see our exercise ball being abused by that horse from Narnia and a fitness instructor, so me and the Tweety bird help out, but he doesn't want to touch the mispositioned horse pathing like that kid looking for shortcuts in Mario Kart, so he escapes and Helicopter Legs joins the party and decides that diving into a group of 3 people is a good idea, so he hands me a free kill. Mr. Krabs finally arrives, so instinctively the dancing stripper wants the money, so she does an awkward dance to please Mr. Krabs, but it looks like he isn't satisfied and gives the money to me. I start vandalizing the tower when Helicopter Legs decides it's a good idea to run straight forward to a size 4 while he's a size 2, so I kill him easily, but the exercise ball shows me he has 6 brain cells when he manages to make the freest kill to an equal trade. Free gold suddenly goes to my pockets. That's when my dumb ass realizes you now get art commission from graffiti discount. Elsa makes the stripper do an Ice Cube impression, so I follow up with an explosive peanut when the transgender Pinocchio possesses her to a horny high schooler, so she decides to jump back in against 4 people, so we hose her down and chase down the Pinocchio. I path my way to Turtle when my team deems that vandalizing a tower that doesn't give gold anymore is more important than abusing a turtle that gives much more benefit, so when the exercise ball proves to me that he's smarter than the 2 monkeys but disproves it again by deeming that the buff is more important on him. When the broadcaster announces we abused our pet turtle, you'd expect the idiots to move back, but this is low, so they play without a map and screen, so we head to punish the horse back to the stable with the hunter. I am catching my next Pokemon to add to my Pokedex when the transgender Pinocchio shits her pants and leaves, so I send her back to base when the goat lays down the red carpet and charges at me like a horny high schooler looking for a one-night stand, so my walking exercise ball decides that he wants a pet horse and chases it down. Me and the fried chicken are about to terrorize the little kid when Helicopter Legs comes to attack the chicken, thinking I will just stand there and watch the murder, so I nab the easiest kill of my life. You would think that transgender Pinocchio would leave, but since she doesn't have the foresight that I will turn on her ass once I am done finishing this tower. But that's when the horny stripper stops by just to hand me over a kill when she never saw it coming when I blast bitch her, and that's when the joke of a marksman decides to arrive 2 years late to have an auto attack battle of which ADC can press their buttons harder, but I prove to be the superior one when I show her a pistol deals more damage than an actual sniper, and the fried chicken deems this play of no skill whatsoever as well played. Me and the boys continue when the fried chicken rubs his chicken oil only to do absolutely nothing, so we continue to terrorize the kids on their field trip, and Pinocchio dies from the same trick for the 4th time, so the horse walks as if he is in one of RuPaul's drag queen persona when discount Elsa transforms him into a snow globe. That's when Helicopter Henry decides that he wants a piece of my ass and sends me flying, but the boys have my back. When I see my team overextending at mid when there's literally no objective and the exercise ball starts having a mental breakdown, so I zoom out just to have a better look at the site when the horse hasn't learned not to chase me down, so I unload a round of explosive peanuts when the eye patch Ellie decides that she wants to try again on who can mash their buttons harder in this stand-up and auto-attack battle, so I send her back to the fountain to contemplate about her life. Me and the rubber band are casually overextending when the horse hasn't given up on having a contest of who's faster by going for an ambush Andy, but my positioning leaves him questioning why a possessed horse can't outrun Max Payne. Zooming out for a better look at the scene, I chase down the transgender Pinocchio for the 5th time in this video when Eye Patch Ellie decides that she isn't done showing me her audition for being a submarine, so I kill her after seeing the horrible performance. The stripper decides to go in a year late, so my friend Chicken rubs his chicken oil to lure the stripper back to us, thinking she will get a bucket meal. We end the game shortly after that, showing you my flawless score and that I have the biggest bitch on the damage charts. This concludes the game, so I hope you enjoy this commentary, and I am surprised you made it to the end of the vid, so support my channel by giving a thumbs up or leave a comment and make the circus reach 50 honky dories.